Soy Trejo de Utopía Social. Estamos con un gran cantante, violinista, Radu Jon. Hola Radu, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, soy muy feliz, gracias, soy feliz para estar aquí. Gracias.
Muchísimas gracias por esta entrevista. Platícanos un poquito de ti.
Pero soy un cantante, soy un musiciano, yo canto, yo toco el violín, la guitarra, el piano, de cuando fui 4 años, sí.
Okay. ¿Qué es lo que más te inspira para cantar?
Cantar y más, si toca instrumentos, es especial porque la gente lo siente, siente los instrumentos. Pero si canta una canción, toda la gente canta contigo. Y es un sentimiento que, toda la gente, they're sharing it, everyone is sharing that feeling cuando lo canta.
Radu, ¿a qué edad empezaste a tocar el violín?
That's a really good question. I actually started playing piano first, so I'm known as the Violin Guy for a completely different reason. But I started playing piano when I was 4 years old. I continued with violin when I was 6. I had an accident when I was 8 years old, and I have a big scar on my right hand, where in this accident I was literally going to lose my right arm. They were, going to have to remove it. I got lucky, I got blessed by the presence of this doctor in Europe that, was able to patch me up, to fix me up. And, this is where the whole Violin Guy history starts. I was done basically playing instruments at 8 years old because for the next 6 months I was in recovery and I couldn't play any other instruments or do anything with my right arm. But as I recovered, I couldn't play piano anymore, and for the next 4 years I actually couldn't move my right hand very well. But I could still move my right, I could still move my hand. I could still play the violin with the bow. So I could still move my hand and play the violin with the bow. And in this conjuncture, basically, this violin, it saved my career. It defined me later as an artist because I started as a pianist first, but then I continued as a violinist. For the next 4 years, I played violin only, no piano. Then when I got better, I continued with piano as well. And then I was always a multitasker. So I started singing, I started playing guitar, writing songs, going to recording studios. I had my first record deal when we were 17 years old in high school with a band in Europe. So we were, living the life. And then later on, when I was 20 years old, I was offered a scholarship to study in Louisiana State University. I came here, I changed my life, I moved to Dallas, and I've been in Dallas ever since.
¿Cuándo supiste que de la música ibas a hacer una carrera, que ibas a ser famoso?
Yeah, well, when I was in college, the first thing that happened to me was, I moved to a country where I didn't know anybody. I had no friends, I didn't know the language. English was not my language to begin with, so I had to learn everything from scratch. And there's something about music, it's a language on its own. I didn't know how to speak English, Spanish, I could barely communicate with anybody. But when I played my instrument, it communicated with everyone else. So then everyone, they felt my energy, they felt, what I was trying to communicate through my music, and it opened doors, So, yeah, everything started from there, from just moving to a new place with no friends, no family, and just start all over. But I had a talent, and it was a talent that was created through work, a lot of work. I mean, nothing gets created without working on it. And when you say someone is talented, that just means that they've worked a lot to achieve that talent.
¿Algún consejo que tú les proyectes a la juventud?
That's really great. I love, doing things for the young crowd. I remember myself being young, and I went through ups and downs. I went through loving music and then hating the process of music. I never hated music, but hating the process of learning music and performing, and sometimes it gets difficult. So the best thing that you want to do, for the young kids who are learning music or just absolutely anything in arts, is to show them something they can get excited about. So when I was a kid, I wanted to quit music and performance so many times, and then at random times, my parents, mi familia, they took me to see some performances of other musicians, right? And when I saw what they could do, and when I saw how unique they were, and what an energy and what a communication there was between them on stage and the audience, that raised chills. I wanted to feel that. I wanted to feel that energy. So today, what I do, I feel like it communicates to all ages. I see people that are 60 years old and also 16, that they just turn heads and say, "Oh my God, I love this." And that moment, for them to say that, it leaves an impression. It marks something in their memory, and maybe they can apply it in their own work. Maybe they're musicians and they can start thinking outside of the box and do something on their own. So I feel like that's really one of my my goals, to reach out to the crowd and show them that you have to be unique, you have to find yourself. And I know people keep on saying that all over. You hear it in quotes. You hear people talking about get inspired, but you can never say it enough, really. So this is my work through these instruments.
A ver, por último, Radu.
Sí.
Una pregunta mía. Un secreto que tenga Radu y que no lo haya contado.
Que nunca no lo sabe. Okay. ¿Cuándo fuiste? I was 19. Yeah, 19. And I received this scholarship to study in the United States. There was a guy who I barely knew asked me for a favor. He said, maybe it's a small favor, maybe it's a big favor, but it was a big favor to him, a small thing for me. And I want to think of it as karma. He asked me, he said, "Can you do this? Can you help me out?" He wanted to record, himself play the violin. And I had a simple choice. I had to say yes or no. I'll tell you something. When I said yes, and I just helped someone out of my own heart with no interest, with no strings attached, with nothing to gain from it, that one small moment, it actually changed my entire life. There was a series of events that led into me actually applying for the scholarship here myself, and then I got in. I changed my entire life, and I'm here today talking to you guys. Without that one simple yes or no, you see, not everyone knows that, so that's I love that. Yeah.
Muchísimas gracias, Radu. Esperemos verte pronto. Que tengas éxito. Te estaremos siguiendo y te deseamos todo lo mejor. Muchísimas gracias, amigos. Sai de Trejo para Utopía Social.
Gracias, nos vemos.